Hello dear friend, and welcome to On This Day SMR with me, Edward Hertz, where we take a look back through history at events which took place on this day. As you can hear, the rain is gently pittering and pattering away on the window, and the fire is crackling away nicely in the hearth. So, put your headphones on, sit back, relax, and let me take you on a journey back through time. So today is Thursday the 11th of January 2024, and we have 47 historical events to cover, going all the way back to the year 532. Starting with the most recent event, which happened 4 years ago in 2020, COVID-19 pandemic in Hubei. Municipal health officials in Wuhan announced the first recorded death from COVID-19. 11 years ago in 2013, one French soldier and 17 militants are killed in a failed attempt to free a French hostage in Bulo Mara, Somalia. 21 years ago in 2003, Illinois Governor George Ryan commutes the death sentences of 167 prisoners on Illinois' death row based on the John Burge scandal. 26 years ago in 1998, over 100 people are killed in the Sidi Hamed massacre in Algeria. 28 years ago in 1996, the Space Shuttle Endeavour is launched on mission STS-72 to retrieve the Japanese Space Flyer Unit. 29 years ago in 1995, 51 people are killed in a plane crash in Maria La Baja, Colombia. 30 years ago in 1994, the Irish government announces the end of a 15-year broadcasting ban on the IRA and its political arm, Sinn Féin. 38 years ago in 1986, the Gateway Bridge, Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, is officially opened. 41 years ago in 1983, United Airlines Flight 2885 crashes after takeoff from Detroit Metropolitan Airport, killing 3. 51 years ago in 1973, Major League Baseball owners vote in approval of the American League adopting the designated hitter position. 52 years ago in 1972, East Pakistan renames itself Bangladesh. 58 years ago in 1966, the Tbilisi Metro is opened. 60 years ago in 1964, Surgeon General of the United States, Dr. Luther Terry, MD, publishes the landmark report, Smoking and Health, report of the Advisory Committee to the Surgeon General of the United States, saying that smoking may be hazardous to health, sparking national and worldwide anti-smoking efforts. 62 years ago in 1962, in the Cold War, while tied to its pier in Polyarny, the Soviet submarine B-37 is destroyed when fire breaks out in its torpedo compartment. In the same year, an avalanche on Huascaran in Peru causes around 4,000 deaths. 63 years ago in 1961, when the Frog's Neck Bridge over the East River, linking New York City's borough of the Bronx and Queens, opens to road traffic. "65 years ago in 1959, 36 people are killed when Lufthansa Flight 502 crashes on approach to Rio de Janeiro Galeão International Airport in Brazil. "67 years ago in 1957, the African Convention is founded in Dakar, Senegal. 75 years ago in 1949, the first networked television broadcasts took place as KDKA-TV in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, goes on the air, connecting the East Coast and Midwest programming. 78 years ago in 1976, Enver Hoxha, Secretary General of the Communist Party of Albania, declares the People's Republic of Albania with himself as head of state. 81 years ago in 1943, the Republic of China agrees to the Sino-British New Equal Treaty and the Sino-American New Equal Treaty. In the same year, Italian-American anarchist Carlo Tresca is assassinated in New York City. 82 years ago in 1942, in World War II, Japanese forces capture Kuala Lumpur, the capital of the Federated Malay States. In the same year, also in World War II, Japanese forces attack Tarakan in Borneo, Netherlands Indies, in the Battle of Tarakan. 89 years ago in 1935, Amelia Earhart becomes the first person to fly solo from Hawaii to California. 97 years ago in 1927, Louis B. Mayer, head of film studio Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, MGM, announces the creation of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences at a banquet in Los Angeles, California. "101 years ago in 1923, in the occupation of the Ruhr, troops from France and Belgium occupy the Ruhr area to force Germany to make its World War I reparation payments. 102 years ago in 1922, Leonard Thompson becomes the first person to be injected with insulin. 107 years ago in 1917, the Kingsland munitions factory explosion occurs as a result of sabotage. 110 years ago in 1914, the Karluk, flagship of the Canadian Arctic expedition, sank after being crushed by ice. 112 years ago in 1912, immigrant textile workers in Lawrence, Massachusetts, go on strike when wages are reduced in response to a mandated shortening of the work week. 116 years ago in 1908, the Grand Canyon National Monument is created. 145 years ago in 1879, the Anglo-Zulu War begins. 161 years ago in 1863, in the American Civil War, the 3-day Battle of Arkansas Post concludes as General John McClelland, and Admiral David Dixon Porter capture Fort Hindman and secure control over the Arkansas River for the Union. In the same year, again in the American Civil War, CSS Alabama encounters and sinks the USS Hatteras off Galveston Lighthouse in Texas. 163 years ago in 1861, also in the American Civil War, Alabama secedes from the United States. 219 years ago in 1805, the Michigan Territory is created. 237 years ago in 1787, William Herschel discovers Titania and Oberon, two moons of Uranus. 245 years ago in 1779, Ching Tang Komba is crowned King of Manipur. 165 years ago in 1759, the first American life insurance company, the Corporation for Relief of Poor and Distressed Presbyterian Ministers and of the Poor and Distressed Widows of Children of the Presbyterian Ministers, now part of Unum Group, is incorporated in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 370 years ago in 1654, in the Arauco War, the Spanish army is defeated by local Mapuche Hulichis as it tries to cross Bueno River in southern Chile. 455 years ago in 1569, the first recorded lottery in England. 866 years ago in 1158, Vladislaus II, Duke of Bohemia, becomes King of Bohemia. 969 years ago in 1055, Theodora is crowned Empress of the Byzantine Empire. 1094 years ago in the year 930, the sack of Mecca by the Carmarthians. 1394 years ago in the year 630, in the conquest of Mecca, the Prophet Muhammad and his followers conquer the city, and the Quraysh Association of Clans surrenders. 1492 years ago in the year 532, in the Nika riots in Constantinople, a quarrel between supporters of different chariot teams, the Blues and the Greens, in the Hippodrome escalates into violence. Okay, so that is all we have for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you found our little trip back through history both relaxing and informative. If you liked the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and leaving a comment below. Please also consider subscribing to the channel. It will really help the channel to grow and will also ensure that you are notified of all of my future videos. Thank you again, and I hope to see you next time.